everybody and welcome back. What is up? Today we are doing a new Shop My Stash. I will say I actually really liked the products this round, but it has been 2 weeks. I am ready to move on with new makeup. Thank you. I do have some exciting updates today, and if you are new here, what we are doing is I'm going to go through the makeup that I have been focusing on for the last 2 weeks. I'm wearing it all today as well. I will give you my opinions, my thoughts, kind of mini reviews. A lot of this, some of it is newer makeup that I haven't tested out a bunch. Some of it is makeup that I've used consistently, and so kind of my thoughts you can see if you watch Shop My Stashes, you can see kind of how my thoughts change as the products go on. And also at the end of this we will be going through my collection and pulling out some new products to use for the next 2 weeks. Some like brand new things, some things that I'm just pulling in from my collection, etc, etc, etc. I think that we are going to pull out some stuff from the new makeup section today because it's getting a little full again. But I'm really excited. Okay, so let's jump in. We're going to start by talking about this round's makeup. This round's makeup was a little bit interesting. So everything will be linked down below. And I apologize if it's confusing, but it should be, we'll keep it simple. I brought in 2 primers to this round. I brought in the Tatcha Silk Canvas and then the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas that something has happened to. And my plan was to kind of compare and contrast these. My plan was to see which one I liked better. I like them both, honestly. They're very, very, very similar, right? This is the liquid format of this, basically. They're incredibly similar, and I really do like them. I mean, I use like, I think that's a decent amount, right? And then I used a decent amount of this too, so I used each one for about a week. And I've tried them prior, but very briefly. But I like both of them. Like, I do like both of them, I enjoy both of them, but I honestly don't think that I can pick out a favorite. They're both so good. What am I going to do? For foundation, I had started this round with the Oma Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation in Fair Lady. I was finishing up this in my Panning Punk. Like, I wasn't finishing it off, but I was finishing off the prompt that I had. And I completed that, and when I was done with that, I did bring in the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm. That is gone now. I'm like looking around for it. I don't know what I've done with it. But I know that I set it to the side somewhere because I'm trying to like pre-plan the makeup I'm going to take to Disney because I want stuff that I can just take, grab and go, do a very quick face with. And I am going to take some of my KVD stuff from this week. The Good Apple Foundation is one of those. I don't know where the fuck I put it. But I am taking that to Disney with me. I love that foundation, by the way. I know I said that I was going to give you guys an update. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorite foundations. It's amazing. This is also one of my favorite foundations. It's also amazing. I went to Walmart a couple days ago to get snacks for Disney, and I came across, they had Oma stuff, but it was like a subsection of it. It was very interesting, and I ended up picking up a foundation from there too. But I love this. It's going back into my collection. It's a great foundation. So is the KB. It was a good foundation, like, so is the KVD. I am going to do a ranking, like newer foundations that I've tried video, I think in May. So that is coming, but I have like so many new foundations to try and stuff, and I freaking, oh my gosh, I love them all. And I've been trying so many new foundations, it's insane. For concealers, I had brought in the Oma Stay Woke Concealer because it was almost empty and I was hoping to finish it up because I had just taken the stopper out, and then the KVD Good Apple Concealer. The KVD Good Apple Concealer I do not like. It breaks up on my skin. I even used it as like a cut crease concealer, and the eyeshadows that were doing fine every other day were not doing very well with the KVD. I'm not entirely sure what had happened. I'm gonna try it out one more time because I've used it on my face a couple times. I've used it as a cut crease once. I'm gonna try it out as a cut crease again with a different palette. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna pass it along because I can't. No. The Oma concealer though, the Stay Woke, I did finish off. There is still a little bit around the sides, around the edges. I can't, oh my god, I can't get any more out. It's absurd. I have been scraping this for the last couple of days. So I like this concealer. It's a really nice full coverage concealer. I do enjoy it. It pairs really well with the foundation, obviously, but it is now gone, and I'm very excited about that because it has been a while since I finished up a concealer. Okay, for cream products, I use some of the KVD Mod Con. This is the Liquid Gel Contour, and then this is the Mod Con Liquid Gel Blush. Oh my goodness, both of these I freaking love. They are so good, and they go so well together. I am also taking these to Disney, and I'm going to do like a very simple face because obviously I don't want to spend a whole lot of time getting ready. But I'm literally going to do the KVD foundation and these on my face and then a little bit of setting powder. I am so pumped, you guys. These look so good. I love these. If you have not tried these, I highly recommend them. They are so They just blend so nicely, right? And it's such a nice lightweight formula, and I feel like especially if you're using like cream and powder products all together, it can start to feel a little heavy, and that is just so lightweight. It's so natural feeling. It's the best. The best. I was also using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter. This is nice. I thought that I hadn't used this very much, and I have. I've used about that much of it, which is crazy to me, because like when? I do like this. I just don't think that there's like a whole lot of product in here though, to be honest with you. It is really pretty though. I mean, look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I do actually want to get more of these, because obviously they're very popular right now. I know one of the shades went viral and it's so freaking pretty, but I really do like that. I will give you an update on my Nude Sticks cream blush. I only used this like twice this round because this is one that I'm trying to use up. So this is where we are. There has not been much progress at all. But this will be going into the next round with me, in case you were curious. I brought in the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Poreless Finish Airbrush Powder in Translucent. I use this under my eyes and in my T-zone. This is really nice. It's very lightweight. It is definitely translucent. It's a very fine powder, but it feels almost cooling going on, and I really like this. I don't know if this is the full size or if this is like if they make a larger size, because this is smaller than a regular like loose powder would be, but it is a very nice loose powder. I had brought in the Covergirl Clean Normal Skin Pressed Powder in Classic Ivory. I'm kind of trying to use up some of my pressed powders because I can't see the back 3 rows of my drawer. I like this though. This is a good one. I will say it has a big fragrance to it that I don't recall being there. It's very like perfumish smelling. You know what I mean? Like the Coty Airspun. I do have a bunch of other pressed powders that I'll be focusing on over the next couple of months, trying to use them up. And this one is currently in Panning Punk. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder Oil Control in Classic Ivory. So this one I will be taking into the next round because this is like my current focus. So this will be the pressed powder that goes into the next round. Oh, I found the foundation. This is the KVD. You guys, it's so good. I am obsessed with it. And you don't need very much. There's actually like a decent amount. There's only 0.35 ounces of product in here, but it's lasting me like I'm not using it as fast as I thought I was going to, because you don't need a whole lot. It's the best. Oh my goodness. For bronzer, the BareMinerals Invisible Bronze Fair to Light. I had pulled this out because I wanted to really kind of not overshadow the KVD gel contour, and this worked. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. This worked perfectly. I love this bronzer. I really need to start using it more. It's such an unsung like gem. It's so good. And BareMinerals is not normally a brand that I'm into because I find a lot of their stuff boring, and I feel like in most situations I would find this boring too, but it gives you such a beautiful, just very light kind of, it's just such a light contour. I'm trying to think of like a specific word and I can't think of what it is, but it's just beautiful. And then for blush, I had brought in the Marc Jacobs Airbrush in Lines and Last Night. This is much like, I mean, looking at it, I feel like I should have known, but it's much like peachier than I was expecting. I really do like it though, and I really love how this looked with everything else because it was kind of like a bright spot, and I think it looked gorgeous. I love this formula of blushes. I have a couple. I don't know what's happening with Marc Jacobs Beauty right now, so I apologize if this is not available. If it is, I will leave a link down below. If it is not, I apologize, but I love these blushes. For highlight, I was using a face palette, the Colourpop Dream Sequence Super Shock Highlighter Palette. This is not available anymore, but you can still get Super Shock highlights. I love this. Oh, I love this palette so much. And I love the formula of these. The formula of the Super Shock cheek products, the blushes and highlights, are some of my absolute favorite formulas. I am excited to announce that I hit pan in the Counting Sheep shade. Was not expecting that, but thank goodness. My hope is to use this up before it goes bad, because this is like a cream to powder formula. And it's a very unique formula, and they do tend to dry out at a faster pace than most products do. And this is an older palette. So I will be focusing on this more up in like the next few months. But that was a good, I think, start. We have a pan now, finally. I'm excited. And then the last face product was the Laura Geller Speckle Mist Restore Coconut Water Setting Spray. I liked this. I mean, I've got a couple of these and they're very nice. I really like the one with the coconut water though, because I feel like it's just extra refreshing. And it has such a nice scent to it. I love this one. I think this might be my favorite Laura Geller Speckle Mist, the coconut water one. It's very good. Let's move on to eyes. Oh goodness. Let's start with some eyeshadow palettes. I brought in two. I brought in the Urban Decay Wild Greens. I used this for about a week, and Most of the eyeshadow looks that I did with both of these palettes are on TikTok. If you're curious, I just basically film myself doing my eyeshadow every day. And I think it's nice because I can go back and like look at the looks that I did. Some of them I don't like, some of them I do. But I liked this actually. This palette is one that I know a lot of people don't like. I was very excited when it came out because I was just so drawn to it. And honestly, I really enjoyed using this. I think that the looks were gorgeous. I think that the shadows themselves are really pretty. I do have a couple of like dips in a couple of the shimmer shades and in this super greens and kale matte shades because those were like my primary two colors, but I really do like this palette. So if you've been kind of wondering about it, if you've been kind of questioning if it's, I think it's worth it for sure. And if you're on the fence about it, I say go for it because it is so pretty. And then also Colourpop Lush Life, I've talked about this a lot because I talked about this in a purchase or pass and I said that I'd pass on it, and then I ended up picking it up during a sale, and then this week was my first time using it, and you guys, in love. This is actually the palette that I'm wearing today. A lot of my looks with this palette looked similar to this. There were a lot of cut creases with a lot of shimmers, but I freaking loved this. This is what the inside looks like. It is so gorgeous, and I have pretty good dips in Palm Palm, which is the green shade, and it's Paradise. But I literally have used every single shade in this palette except for this Hideaway shade, and I feel like that's good. Like, I am so proud of myself, so I'm very excited about this. I loved this palette way more than I thought that I would. So that's awesome. Like, what a thrill. I feel like I'm normally pretty spot on. Like, if I see something and I'm like, no, not really interested, I end up like not being interested. If I end up getting it in the future, I'm normally right, but I was completely wrong about that. All right, and then eye products. I had the Milani Weekend Brow Eyebrow Tint in Espresso. I loved this. This is so convenient, and I've really been getting into brow pens. I've been using a brow pencil for a few of the days because it's in a project pan, but I really liked this. It just glides on so easily, and it looks so nice and so natural. And I have a few more brow pens that I want to try because I ended up liking this one way more than I thought that I would. So if you haven't tried it, there's your recommendation. The Tarte Lid Lock Eye Base in Buff. I also really like this. I'm hoping to finish it off before it goes bad. We'll have to see how it goes though. But this is just an eye primer, and it works well. It's a nice shade, so it kind of cancels out any like veins or redness in my eyelids, and it just evens out my skin tone up there. It evens out like the color up there. But it looks so great, and everything blends so well over it. I don't have to set it with anything. It's just an all around, like, this is such a stand-up eye primer, and again, I feel like no one really talks about it. I don't even know if this is still available for purchase. If it is, it'll be linked down below, but I'm not 100% sure. I also had brought in this. This is the Billion Dollar Brows Brow Duo Pencil Concealer and Highlight. So I used the concealer side to kind of carve out my brows lightly, very lightly, just to get a little bit of definition there, and then the highlight side for under my brow bone. I'm not using the highlight side today. But honestly, I really liked this. This was so convenient, and I feel like when you use like a concealer to kind of set your brows, an eye primer, a brow highlight, it's so many different products. I love when all of the products are in one, or even just 2 out of the 3 products in one. That's awesome. This was so convenient to use, and this might be something that I end up repurchasing in the future because this was just, it was so easy, and it made it go so, it made the whole process go so much faster than it usually does. I loved that. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Liner. This was interesting. So it's kind of got this, like the brush handle. The tip is very, like, it's very flexible. I don't know what material that is though. My only issue with this liner, I do like this liner, my only issue with it is very liquidy. It's a very wet formula, and so it takes forever to dry down, and it's very easy to smudge it. I do like this, but I think that, like, overall there are other liquid liners I like a little bit more, so I don't know if I would go out of my way to repurchase this in the future. Like, I mean, I'd be okay with owning it again, but I just know that there are ones that are just a little bit easier overall to work with, and I feel like that's kind of what I would stick to. Does that make sense? And then my 2 pencil liners, the Wander Beauty Skyliner Automatic Gel Eyeliner in Jet Black and the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Mars. I think I used Mars more than I used the Wander Beauty one this round, and I loved both of these. The formula on both of them is great. Obviously Urban Decay, this is like my holy grail eyeliner, y'all know that, but the Wander Beauty one I really do enjoy. It's a good eyeliner. Mascara wise, you guys, I opened all of my mini mascaras And then I have 5 full-size mascaras open. Why do I have so many freaking mascaras? I don't know. It's so many. But, I mean, I'm liking all of them thus far. They're going fine. I'm going to use them until they start to go bad. I don't know. I don't really have much of like a plan for these. But yeah. I will say I just got this one. This Ather Beauty Big Bang Mascara. I've used it once and it's pretty good thus far. And what else? Oh, lips. I'm currently working on some lip samples in my Shop My Samples project pan. So I'm using a BareMinerals like lip gloss balm right now, which I like, but it wears off so fast. So I'm constantly having to reapply it. But I am working on that right now. I have other lippy samples that I'm working my way through. I ended up having to toss another Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick sample because it had gone bad. And that's the issue, is a lot of my lip samples have gone bad because they're years old. But I'm working through the ones that are still good, and so I won't be bringing in any lip products into this round. Hopefully within the next like month or so, I'll be able to start bringing in lip products again. But for this time, we are going to skip cream blush, we're going to skip pressed powder, and we're going to skip lip products. But we're going to pick out everything else, okay? So let us go do new makeup now. I am going to start this a little bit differently than I usually do, and I'm actually going to start with eyeshadow palettes this time because I think I might pull out a new eyeshadow palette. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know for sure that I want to use a Natasha Denona palette this round. I don't know why, but I have like 4 of the mid-size and 2 of, I think these are like the larger ones. This is Biba. I don't know which one I want to use, but I know that I want to use one. I feel like I used Triochrome previously. I feel like it's going to be one of these. What is this one? Sunrise. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know. I really like the look of bronze. Glamour bronze. Glamour bronze. Which one? I honestly don't know. All right, I'm just going to close my eyes. Okay. And I'm just going to pick one at random. Ready? This one. Bronze it is. Excellent. And I will say this round is a little bit weird because we are going to Disney. I'm trying not to blind you, but we are going to Disney for like 5 days in the middle of this round. So I'm not going to be able to use this stuff as often as I normally do because I'm taking very minimal makeup to Disney, but I'm going to try as much as possible. So this is what the bronze palette looks like. It is beautiful, stunning. So this I will be taking in the next round, and like I said, I'm just going to try to use this makeup as much as possible, but I will be taking different makeup to Disney. In my new makeup mess, I do want to pull out some stuff from in here, and I know that I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes. I just got these. I just got 2 of the like kind of newer Too Faced ones, the Teddy Bear and then the Too Femme, and I was going to use Teddy Bear, but since I ended up pulling out like a more neutral Natasha Denona one, I'm going to use the Too Faced Too Femme. Look at that packaging. But this is what the palette looks like, and I feel like this will be nice just for some pops of colors. Like I said, like I'm not gonna get a full 2 weeks wear out of these palettes this time, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. But I'm gonna pull this one in and we'll see how it goes. The whole thing's up in the air. I bring in new makeup all the time, so we're just gonna play it by ear. Now I do want to pull in some new makeup too, and I'm just gonna take a look to see what else is in here that I might want to use, because I have like this stuff up here too. Oh, you know what? I have this. I just got some Charlotte Tilbury stuff from ASOS because they had them like really discounted. I picked up some stuff from there, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Micro Precision Brow Pencil in Black Brown. I'm going to use this for my brows this week, but then I'm also going to bring in like a brow gel. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and we will talk about that more in a minute. I'm gonna pull out the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer because I've been wanting to use this forever. Finally gonna use it. I've been like dying to try it. Should I bring in a foundation? You know what? I'm not gonna pull out the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. I'm going to pull out this instead. I was gonna do Charlotte Tilbury, but I've been wanting to try this for a while. This is a Kylie Cosmetics Kybrow brow pencil set. So it has a brow pencil and a brow gel inside. So I'm gonna pull out these 2. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if I want to bring in like a new foundation because I'm trying to test out a bunch of foundations. So I feel like that would make sense. But what foundation? Oh my goodness. The Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. It's perfect. I have been trying to try this for so long. So I'm going to bring in this foundation. And then the rest of it we're going to go get from other drawers. Guys, while we're already over here, let's go ahead and pull out the rest of the eye makeup. So the Kylie Cosmetics has a brow pencil and a brow gel. So I think I'm gonna skip brow stuff. Now I need to pick out a new eye primer. Oh my goodness, excuse you. And let's see. I'm trying to think about, I've got bronze and I've got kind of, I think I'm gonna go with the Urban Decay eyeshadow stick in Heyo, which is like an opaque white. Well, it's kind of, I mean, it's not super opaque, but it kind of is. But it looks like that. I feel like that'll be a good eyeshadow base for like bronzier looks, right? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try that out. I feel like this would be able to go well with both of the eyeshadow palettes, so I'm gonna go with these. So we've got the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil in Verushka Mink. It's not liquid though, like it's a pencil. I don't know why it's called that. This is the Nabla Cupid's Arrow Full Color Stylo in Arrow number 5, but it's like this very beautiful matte kind of like a brown shade. And then Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Liquid Eyeliner. I am excited about these. I know I've used them all before, but like when? I don't know. But this is a good little mix here. And you know what? Since I'm doing a shorter, I mean like it's going to be the same length to you guys, but I won't be here the whole time. I actually am going to pull in some eyelashes, but not from this drawer. I have this set from Cara Beauty. It's the Everything You Need Eyelash Kit. I picked it up from Marshall's. It's a 3D faux mink set. I'm going to pull out this set and hopefully use a pair. We'll have to see how it goes obviously, but I have high hopes. For face palettes, the Colourpop one came from this like second shelf, so I'm gonna pull from the third shelf this time. And what do I want? I feel like I'm just gonna have to pick at random because like I recognize some of these, but I don't recognize all of them. I'm gonna pull out this one. I know that this is Natasha Denona. This is the Sculpt and Glow. This is kind of nice because it's cream highlights, contour, and then a shimmer, and then a powder, like a pressed powder, and then a sculptor, and then a shimmer. Now I already have a pressed powder, but this will take away, I believe, cream contour. Yeah, and powder contour. Those are dark though. And then highlights. So that's kind of an all-in-one, and since I'm not going to be here for the whole, I'm trying so hard not to blind you guys, I'm so sorry. Since I'm not going to be here for the whole time this round, I feel like this is probably a little bit more just convenient. So I'm gonna pull this out. Now, oh my goodness, you guys, I am the absolute freaking worst. I had to move my concealers back to my foundation drawer. Oh, I need to put that one back. Because I need more space for cream products, because even though I had a whole plan, I can't stop buying cream products. So here we are. But I have the Tarte Shape Tape. Oh my goodness. You know what? Hold that thought, hold that thought. I picked up the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I really want to try this, so this will be perfect with the Tarte foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this concealer out for this round, because I'm really, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try it. So this drawer is kind of a work in progress because I have a bunch of stuff I need to move over into this drawer, but this is what we're working with right now. Now I have a cream bronzer from the Natasha Denona palette. I have my Nude Sticks cream blush, and then I have my cream highlight from the Natasha Denona palette as well. And then I am taking the KVD Vegan Beauty gel contour and the gel blush to Disney with me. So I'm leaving that stuff out of this drawer, but I am skipping over this drawer for right now. We'll be using a small smattering of products over the next couple of weeks. Why don't we just go with Tarte? Let's keep sticking to the classics. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Translucent Setting Powder. So we're gonna have a whole little Shape Tape family going on. And this one, it comes with a little puff. I like the fact that it's kind of like this. It's a little convenient and it's also a little frustrating. But let's pull this one out and we'll just have a little Shape Tape reunion. The Marc Jacobs from last week did come from the oversized drawer, and I normally only pull something in from the oversized drawer every other time. So next time I'll be pulling something in from this section. This week we're skipping. It's a very simple week this week, you guys. Okay, so with the Natasha Denona palette, I don't need a bronzer or a highlight, I don't think. If I end up needing one, I can pull one in, but I do want to grab a blush. So I am going to grab one from here, but what blush? Do I have a Tarte blush? Oh my gosh, I have to stop. I have to stop myself. I'm just gonna reach in and grab one at random. We're just gonna close our eyes because I can't decide for the life of me. What is this? Oh goodness, what is this? Oh, Becca! This is the Luminous blush in Snapdragon. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous blush. So I'm actually really excited about that because it is such a pretty shade. Perfect. The last thing that we need to grab is a setting spray. So I'm just gonna turn around. All my setting sprays are right here. Let's go with this one. This is the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. I have like 3 of these Stay Don't spray, setting sprays, whatever they're called, but I don't use this one nearly as often, so let's go ahead and pull in this. It's Tarte week, apparently. This is a very interesting week. It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out, because I'm really relying a lot on this Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow palette. It'll be really interesting to see how this stuff works together and how it looks together. I am excited. So yeah, that is Shop My Stash for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what products you are focusing on this week. Like I said multiple times, we are going to Disney for 5 days in this round, during this round. So I won't be, it'll be a little bit different. So it's less products this time, but it's still like the same full face. And hopefully it'll work out where I can still spend enough time testing this stuff. Because in addition, like I test out other products throughout the week too, and normally I can kind of stagger it to where I'm using this a good amount, so I'm still, they're still my focus products. With Disney though, I don't know quite how it's gonna go, but we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. So yeah, let's do this. I feel like last time we went, I just kept the same Shop My Stash for like 2 rounds. And I'm not doing that this time, but we'll see how it goes. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you hit the bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.